Halloween is only a few days away, and our local teams look to scare away their opponents in the IHSA playoffs. Hello everyone, I'm your host Joe Kennedy, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of Naperville Sports Weekly. This week's show is jammed with playoff action as all of our fall sports have wrapped up regular season play. We'll see which teams are able to bring home regional and sectional championships, but first we'll check out the first round of the IHSA football playoffs.
The postseason is here, and so is the rain. Neuqua Valley football starts their playoff run at home against Palatine. The Wildcats come into the game with the 16th seed, while the Pirates are seeded 17th. We start the game with the Wildcats around midfield. Ryan Moeller fakes the handoff, fooling the Palatine defense. He then breaks a tackle and he's off to the races from there, taking it 50 yards for the opening touchdown. 3 minutes later, Moeller has the ball again on the 45. Much similar to the first touchdown, he shows off his speed, shooting through the gap for another rushing touchdown. Neuqua now up 14-0. Next possession for Palatine, and they are forced to punt. However, the ball is muffed by Cooper Lehman, allowing Deaton Tietjens to recover the ball for the Pirates. Turning the big play into points is Palatine, as Tommy Elter somehow stays on his feet before being dragged into the end zone. Palatine trails 14-7 at the end of the first. Into the second quarter now. Tommy Elter has the ball around midfield as he steps back, firing downfield, finding Tyson Moorer for a 40-yard gain. After some penalties, Palatine would have to settle for a field goal that Alec Quasar nails from 30 yards out. Pirates down 14-10. Neuqua looking for one last chance before halftime. Ryan Moeller peels off to his right, connecting with Miles Miskell downfield. The Wildcats would settle with a field goal going into halftime with a 17-10 lead. Skipping to the last 4 minutes of the third quarter, Tommy Elter finds Ryan Donnelly in space, who bobbles the catch but recovers, taking it down to the 7-yard line. 4th and goal now for the Pirates. Cole Fager takes the direct snap, diving over the pile for a Palatine touchdown. With that, we are tied at 17 heading into the fourth. Palatine starts the fourth quarter with the ball. Tommy Elter is looking over the top, but his pass is picked off by Andrew Hoffman. In at quarterback now for Neuqua is Kiat Truong after Ryan Moeller got injured. Truong throws a swing pass, finding Cooper Lehman, who spins around a defender, taking the ball to the 30. 4th and long now for Neuqua. Truong takes his time, finding Silvano Spadafora, who carries the ball to the 4, putting the Wildcats into the red zone. Finishing off an impressive drive for Neuqua is Spadafora, who runs in the short touchdown, putting the Wildcats up 24-17. Just under 2 minutes to go, and it's Silvano Spadafora again who takes it 30 yards for the finishing blow. Neuqua Valley defends their home turf, taking down Palatine by a score of 31-17. The Wildcats advance to round 2 of the playoffs, where they'll play either Loyola Academy or Plainfield North.
The first round of the IHSA 8A football playoffs are here as Naperville Central begins their postseason run on their home turf, holding the 14th seed after a 7-2 regular season. They take on Downers Grove South, a rematch of the 2013 first round game that the Hawks won 36-0. Mustangs come in winners of 6 straight after starting off 0-3. We jump to the second quarter, and the Hawks' game plan is to just feed Aiden Clark the ball, and he'll do the rest. He'll even do more of that in a big way as the junior scampers down the sideline for a 63-yard touchdown. Redhawks strike first, up 7-0. The defense also continues to do its thing. Christian Kuda hits the QB spy button, and it works as he stops Will Potter on his tracks. On the next offensive possession, they say, let's see what Clark can do. I'll tell you what he can do. He just feels like running, and you can kiss him goodbye for a 69-yard touchdown. The NC lead doubles to 14-0. DGS keeps on fighting as Potter drops back to pass and finds Keon Maggot, who comes down with it for a 30-yard gain. Fourth down coming up for the Mustangs, so Potter looks for Maggot again, and the connection pays off because Maggot scores a touchdown for Downers Grove South. They cut the deficit in half, 14-7, and that is your halftime score. It's been a quiet game for Jack Cook, but he still gets it done as he finds Chris Byrne, and Byrne turns on the Jets for a massive gain. They do lose yardage because of a penalty, but a couple of big plays after this puts them on the doorstep. So they give the rock to Clark, who just scores touchdowns, and his third score gives Naperville Central their largest lead of the game, up 21-7. In the fourth quarter, the Mustangs are down but not out, so Deion Davis picks up 15 yards that sets the visitors up on the 1-yard line. Caden Smith takes the handoff and gets in for 6. Once again, Downers South trails by 7, with that deficit being 21-14. A Logan Ellison field goal puts Central up by 10, and the defense comes to life, starting with Jake Stanish coming in hot and sacks Potter for a massive loss. Then on fourth down, Kuda comes off the edge and takes down Potter to force a turnover on downs. Clark throws in the final punch with his fourth touchdown of the game. Mustangs add on one more in garbage time, but it's Naperville Central pulling off the 31-22 win and will take on Barrington in the second round.
We are at Bennett Academy for a girls volleyball regional final. The Red Wings come into the game with the top seed facing off against 7th-seeded Naperville North. Starting the first set with Bennett already up 3-0. Naperville North is able to return the initial serve, but Ellie Sternagel sets things up for Audrey Asleson, who goes up for a powerful kill. On the next point, Paige Selman sets things up for Naperville North as Kate Thompson finds the open court for the kill. Huskies trail 4-1 early on. Bennett now with an 11-5 lead as Simi Kapustova goes up for the kill attempt, but she's denied at the net by Lene Tarnow, who extends the Red Wings' lead. Naperville North starting to mount a bit of a comeback, now down by 2. Both teams go back and forth in this rally, and keeping the play alive for North is Annette Bednars with a diving dig. The point eventually comes to an end when Leah Norris meets the ball at the net. Once again, Bennett starts to string some points together as Audrey Asleson goes up for another strong kill. Red Wings up 22-14. Finishing off the first set for Bennett would be Gabby Stacey's, whose hit deflects off of the Husky blockers, giving Bennett Academy the 25-17 set 1 win. Opening up the second set for Bennett is Morgan Asleson, who picks up a service ace. Responding with a point of their own is Naperville North. Paige Selman sets up Leah Norris, and the senior finds the back left corner for a point. Serving now for Bennett is Anaya Warren. Her serve finds Annette Bednars, but Bednars' set is too heavy, allowing Lene Tarnow to meet the ball at the net. Bennett up 10-4. A couple of points later, Ava Letteber is serving as she finds nothing but court for another Bennett ace. Naperville North now trailing 20-9 late in the set. Paige Selman sets up Leah Norris, who knocks down another kill, giving the Huskies hope. In the end, Bennett Academy proved to be too much to handle for Naperville North as the Huskies return the ball into the net, giving the Red Wings a 25-12 set 2 win. Bennett Academy takes down Naperville North in 2 sets, winning the regional and advancing to the sectional semifinals against Wheaton Warrenville South.
We have an IHSA regional final at Mattia Valley High School as the Mustangs host St. Charles North with a spot in the sectional semifinals on the line. To get here, the North Stars beat their rivals St. Charles East, while the Mustangs defeated West Aurora in the regional semifinals. Katie Shuley serves this ball in for the Mustangs. Kira Traynor connects with her North Star teammate Noelle Nyman for the kill. The North Stars are up 10-7 in the first set. Addison Terrain is serving for the Mustangs, while the North Stars look to build on their lead. Mia McCall tips this ball to Alex Bardenitis for the kill. The Mustangs can't get to it, and the North Stars lead by 3. The Mustangs look to rally back into this game, and look at this incredible effort from Anna Murphy on her kill. The first chance doesn't go through, and Shuley sets her up again, but the North Stars keep the ball in play to stay alive. Terrain sets up Shuley, who sets up Murphy again, and this time the Mustangs break through with a kill as they trail 12-10. Traynor is on the serve for the North Stars, with the Mustangs fighting back. Camille Morrison goes for the power with this kill as Juliana DiTusa can't keep it in for the North Stars. The Mustangs are inching closer, trailing 14-13. Kelly McGrath set to take this serve as the Mustangs push to tie the game. The North Stars keep this one going as McCall goes for the kill. However, Ava Gazoski makes a great defensive play. Shuley connects with Morrison for the kill, and the Mustangs tie this one up at 14. The North Stars look to get back into the lead in this one, but Shuley has other ideas as she taps this ball in to put the Mustangs in front, 16-15. We are tied at 23 in the first set. Shuley sets up Morrison once again, and she buries this kill to put the Mustangs ahead, 24-23. Shuley is up serving for set point, and as the North Stars play the ball back, Olivia Stewart gets to the net first to secure the point for Mattia. They take the first set, 26-24. We are tied at 4 in the second set with Ava Kashuba serving for the North Stars. Mustang Maddie Hopkins keeps it in play for Shuley, who tips it to Stewart, and that gives Mattia a 5-4 lead in the set. The North Stars are trying to fight back in the second set, down by 5, but can't stop the duo of Shuley and Stewart as they get another point for the Mustangs and take a 15-9 lead. Terrain is ready to serve this ball for Mattia, and she crushes it for the ace. The Mustangs take a commanding 18-11 lead. Bardenitis is serving for the North Stars, but the ball goes out of play, and that's it. Mattia takes the match 2-0, 26-24 and 25-13 to win its third straight game and clinch another regional title. They will play Glenbard West in the sectional semifinals on Monday.
Look, Mom, I found one.
Oh, yeah, you did, but we need an ATM from our bank, unless you want to spend a small fortune in fees.
No, thank you. Banking with BMO means more fee-free ATMs than the 2 largest U.S. banks combined, including places like pharmacies and grocery stores.
Saving money and more convenient. Look at you being so helpful.
What'd you expect? You're studying at a help stop.
That's you.
That's me, at a desk.
When a bank helps you get and stay ahead, that's the BMO effect.
We live in a safe community, but not a crime-free community. If you see something, say something. Be a Naperville Crime Stopper.
After securing both a conference and sectional title, the Red Wing girls tennis team went all in at the IHSA state tournament. Patrick Cotto has more on the team's impressive journey in our latest feature story, sponsored by Edward Elmhurst Health.
For a second straight season, an area girls tennis team had a doubles pairing make their way to the state championship match. After Brooke Kaufman and Gabby Lee finished as the runner-up last fall in Class 2A, Bennett Academy juniors Shane Delaney and Claire Lopatka made their way to the 1A championship. The two began competing as a pair together last season as members of Class 2A, which resulted in a runner-up finish in sectionals and a top 20 finish at state. In 2021, Delaney played doubles alongside Claire Converse, while Lopatka competed in the singles division. The success the duo achieved in 2A a year ago provided plenty of confidence heading into the 1A tournament this season.
I really enjoyed moving to 1A because I think it gave us an opportunity to play more matches and be able to grow more as a team.
The team certainly grew in a major way, winning both the doubles and team sectional championships. That was only the start of a dominating postseason run. The Red Wings showed their entire team's depth as juniors Natalie Glover and Katie Gendra advanced to the 1A doubles quarterfinals. Freshman Lily Lopatka qualified for state in singles, as did junior Meredith Converse, who also advanced to the quarterfinal round. On the third day of the state competition, the stakes were high at Buffalo Grove as Delaney and Lopatka swept their way to the doubles championship match, taking on Christina Lee and Jane Carter from Timothy Christian. The Red Wing duo continued to show the same poise that led them to this point, sweeping their opponents in straight sets 6-3 and 6-1 to win the 1A doubles first place match. It was the second doubles titles for the Bennett program, following Caitlin Lee and Kendall Schrader in 2019.
It was an exciting match. I mean, we went out there and we were a little nervous, but we were ready to play. And as we got going, we picked up the momentum, and we were able to keep the momentum going throughout the entire match.
They've really worked almost for the last 2 years. We were in 2A last year. They played doubles last year. They knew they wanted to play doubles. They were kind of focused almost from the end of last season, knowing that this was going to happen, and they were going to do their best to get that pinnacle of the state championship.
Glover and Kendra also won the fifth place match in a competitive 2 sets by scores of 6-3 and 6-4 over Riley O'Fallon and Emma Cushing from Ottawa Township. The 2-for-1 special on the final day brought even more excitement for the team, with Converse making the quarterfinals as well before falling in the consolation semifinals. This was the first time in Bennett program history that there were 3 competitors still alive on the final day of state.
It's a great feeling seeing all our teammates do so well as well, and we've had a great team this year, and it's been a great season.
Despite the victories on Saturday, the Wings finished in second place in the team standings to Chicago University, missing out on the state title by a single point. Despite coming so close to his second team championship as head coach, Michael Hand could not have been more proud of the team's success throughout the 2023 campaign.
They've done a great job. They've really pushed through beginning of the season, getting to this point, getting ready for this point. It's been wonderful watching the growth and how well they've improved and how well they've embraced the moment here. It was wonderful.
Even more good news for the Hall of Fame head coach of the Red Wings. All of his varsity state qualifiers should be returning to the court next fall. For Naperville Sports Weekly, I'm Patrick Cotto.
After the break, let's check in on some of our boys' soccer teams, including a sectional final matchup between crosstown rivals Naperville Central and Naperville North.
He took his victims at night. They were never heard from again.
We were there when true crime podcasts spiked your anxiety.
Maybe try binging something less intense next time.
We were there for that. And we're here for everything else. Here it's personal, because we get to know you.
In these complicated times, local news has never been more important. DailyHerald.com lets you stay connected to your community, wherever you are.
We've got a crosstown classic on the soccer pitch. Naperville North and Naperville Central meet up at Plainfield North in the sectional final. Starting the game with Josh Pedersen taking a corner for North. He goes short to Jackson Stokes in the box, who turns and fires on net, but Dylan Scott makes the save and the Redhawks clear. About 11 minutes later, Josh Pedersen stands over another corner. Dylan Scott punches away the cross, but straight to Anthony Flores, whose low shot is saved by Scott. Naperville Central's turn on the attack. Michael Cavallari lays the ball off to Eli Jarrell, who takes a shot that is punched out of play by Jack Bauska. The Redhawks have a free kick to finish the half. Patrick Berryman sends in a cross, and meeting it is Jack Bauska, who almost punches the ball into his own net, but clearing the ball off the line is Sam Hess. With that, we go into halftime scoreless. Into the second half now as Nico Lattis sends in a long throw-in. It bounces around, finding Colin McMahon, who unleashes a shot that is pushed over by Dylan Scott. 20 minutes to play now in regulation. Michael Cavallari has a shot that is deflected into the path of Michael DeFalco, who tucks the ball into the back of the net. However, the flag is up for offsides, so we remain scoreless. 5 minutes to play now. Jackson Stokes flicks a pass over his head, finding Noah Radicke, who makes his way on goal, taking a shot that is saved by Scott. But following up on the rebound is Radicke, who breaks the deadlock. Huskies lead 1-0 with time winding down. Final seconds of the game as Michael DeFalco is chasing a loose ball, but there to collect is Jack Bauska as time runs out. Naperville North holds on to beat Naperville Central by a score of 1-0, winning the sectional final. The Huskies move on to the Super Sectionals against Collinsville.
We're at Bennett Academy for our Girls Play of the Week as the Red Wings host Naperville North in a volleyball regional final. About halfway through the first set, the Huskies serve the ball over to the Red Wings. Bennett gets the ball back over to North, and they work it to Leah Norris, but the Red Wings are all over the high-arcing attempt. Bennett goes to the outside attack, but it's denied by Husky libero Annette Bednars, who comes flying in for the dig to keep the play alive. Anaya Warren makes a solid dig for Bennett, but overhits it to the net, where Norris cleans it up for North. Although the Huskies fell to Bennett in this game, let's take one more quick look at the defensive effort by Bednars, who earns our Girls Play of the Week. Last week, we saw the Bennett Academy and Naperville North girls, plus the Neuqua Valley boys, win a regional cross-country plaque. When we return, let's see who qualified for this year's state meet. Do you want all the most exciting highlights from your student-athlete's high school career? Relive all your favorite stories and moments from the past few seasons of Naperville Sports Weekly by purchasing digital downloads. Visit nctv17.org/shop to order today.
Look, Mom, I found one.
Oh, yeah, you did, but we need an ATM from our bank, unless you want to spend a small fortune in fees.
No, thank you. Banking with BMO means more fee-free ATMs than the two largest U.S. banks combined, including places like pharmacies and grocery stores.
Saving money and more convenient. Look at you being so helpful.
What'd you expect? You're studying at a help stop.
That's you.
That's me, at a desk.
When a bank helps you get and stay ahead, that's the BMO effect.
The Bennett girls cross-country team looks to build off their regional victory at the 2A sectional hosted by Trinity. Facing a tough field, the Red Wings are led by the times of Delilah Hellenhaus, Paitlin Mothlier, and Kira Jenke. Right off the start, the Red Wings in the red on the left side of the screen pack up together. Hellenhaus, Jenke, Mothlier, Faye Farrell, Therese Tully, Ashley Donovan, and Anila Gaudio are the runners for the Red Wings. Annika Swan of St. Ignatius gets out ahead of the pack as well. Going into the first turn, Swan already builds a solid lead as a pack behind starts to form, led by Hellenhaus. St. Ignatius runners Ella Huang and Maddie Semmer are right behind, with Mothlier and Jenke there as well. The runners are getting ready to start the final mile, and it's Swan about 20 seconds ahead of everyone else in the pack. Just behind, Hellenhaus starts to grow a lead, with DePaul's Emily Stecky and Fenwick's Juliana Gamboa right behind. Last week's regional winner, Molly McGreal of Trinity, is near the front as well. Mothlier and Jenke come by in 11th and 12th place. Nothing went wrong for Swan as she takes the victory in the sectional by 38 seconds with a 17 minutes and 34.7 time. Hellenhaus grows her own gap from the rest of the field and takes second with a time of 18 minutes and 12.7 seconds. Gamboa comes through in third for Fenwick as Stecky and McGreal run side by side, ending in fourth and fifth, respectively. Huang comes through in sixth for St. Ignatius. Lulu Tomthat slides in at seventh for Northside, as JD Chavez of St. Lawrence comes in at eighth. Mothlier and Jenke finish 9th and 12th for Bennett. It's St. Ignatius that wins the sectional with a team score of 43, while Bennett finishes in second. On a chilly morning in Romeoville, the Bennett boys cross-country team looks to punch a team ticket to state in Class 2A. The Red Wings are coming off a second-place finish in regionals. Bennett is on the left side of the screen in the all-red as the runners funnel their way down into the first main stretch of the race. Finn Richards gets ahead for Bennett as Matthew Conroy of St. Ignatius gets in front to start. Charlie Phelan and Aiden Hewlett come through in the front for Bennett as well. The race stays very tight in the beginning, and a few minutes in, and Conroy and Richards are out in front with Tim Jockum of Glenbard South close and Luis Flores of St. Lawrence around the front as well. There's no major gap of runners inside the front 25. With 1 mile to go, the top of Conroy, Richards, Flores, and Jockum holds tight, with Phelan and Hewlett through as well for Bennett. In the final 100 meters of the race, Conroy is out front and looks behind him to see Richards just behind. Conroy wins the sectional with a time of 15 minutes and 13.5 seconds. Richards comes in at second, 5 seconds behind Conroy. Jockum, Flores, and Jaden Frederick round out the top 5. Frederick and Jockum pace the Glenbard South boys to a sectional championship with their top 5 runs. Aiden Hewlett and Charlie Phelan went 6th and 7th for Bennett, securing second place in the sectional and a state appearance for the Red Wings.
Halloween spirit is in full force at Catherine Legge Park for the girls cross-country sectional. Naperville North, Sandburg, and Downers Grove North all come in winning their regionals, but the rest of the teams involved are looking for a strong run with the state meet next weekend. The gun goes off, let's go racing, girls. In the first mile, it's a matchup that doesn't surprise anyone. It's Husky Julie Pio and Central's Liv Phillips ahead of the pack. Rihanna and Shania Tandon both trail behind the two, along with Mia Bertoloni, Lala Cetre Morales, and Addison Gusky. Pio and Phillips are the theme all race long, but deep in the pack, Matia's Julie Hannon and Kamea Baker both stick together to maintain a good spot. Later in the race, it's Phillips who gets in front of Pio, and she is not looking back as she keeps chugging along. Coming to the finish, Phillips is all alone and wins it by 7 seconds ahead of Pio. Rihanna and Shania Tandon both hit the top 15, while Wabanzi's Bertoloni comes in 13th. Cetre Morales, Gusky, and Abby Mogg all crack the top 20, while Matias Hannon and 5 of her other teammates qualify for state, along with many other runners. However, Downers Grove North pulls the ultimate sweep with the girls also winning the sectional, ahead of Naperville North and Naperville Central.
Naperville North taking on crosstown rivals Naperville Central in a sectional final matchup where Sam Hess's last-ditch defending is our boys' play of the week. Red Hawk Patrick Berryman stands over the ball for a free kick with 10 minutes left in the first half. He sends one in towards goal, and goalkeeper Jack Bauska mistimes the punch to clear it away, but Husky defenseman Sam Hess is there for a sliding goal line clearance. His effort helps keep the game scoreless at half. Let's take one more look at the play by Hess, who stays composed on the back line. Naperville North goes on to beat Naperville Central and advance to the Super Sectionals. That will wrap up our final show for the month of October, so make sure to vote for the play of the month on our website at nctv17.org. You can find all our highlights from the season, as well as feature stories and community sports on nctv17.org and our NCTV17 Sports YouTube channel. You can also find us on social media at NCTV17 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For Naperville Sports Weekly, I'm Joe Kennedy, and I'll see you again next week.